CES coverage sponsored by Audible.com, where books come alive. Listen to a bestseller on your iPod or MP3. Get a free trial at audiblepodcast.com/CES.
CES coverage sponsored by GoDaddy.com, the leader in domain names and web hosting services. New GoDaddy customers save 25% by using promo code CES25 at GoDaddy.com.
The CES coverage is sponsored by Luxor, Las Vegas. Get to the point. Rooms start at $40. You can go over to tpn.tv for the Luxor advertisement, which is the gateway to savings.
Guest from Magellan, welcome to Bill Strand.
Thank you very much.
Hey, what's new in now Magellan? Of course, the manufacturer of dedicated navigation devices.
Well, we're a GPS navigation company, and dedicated navigation devices are one of our products, and definitely one of the more visible products.
Okay. So what's new? You know, GPS has really revolutionized the way that we get around at the consumer level, and it's to the point where my wife is. You know, we've had that GPS in the car, and she's kind of reluctant to go out. It's just handy to have, and reluctant to go out without it outside of the neighborhood.
They're a great little co-pilot.
Yeah, they are indeed, and so we still have we have a dedicated GPS.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a lot of activity in the smartphone area, and we'll talk about that in a little bit, and maybe. We can kind of compare and contrast the two, because I know people are interested in both topics.
Sure.
Yeah. So what's been happening, say, in the past year and a half that your company's been reacting to, and what direction are things moving?
Well, in this market, this has been a very active market, and it's an exciting time. It's also a very, there's not a whole lot of stability. There's a lot of things coming in. The smartphones are coming in, and GPS chips are finding their way onto many different pieces of electronics. So GPS navigation is no longer one of these things that just the techie guys can do. Now it's available to everybody. You find it in watches, you find it in phones, you find it in dedicated devices.
Yeah.
So,
but you also find, as you look at them, that the how fast they sync with the satellites, how well they seem to track. There's an interaction with the database, the mapping, the underlying GIS. That all are not created equal.
That is correct.
And that's an important thing, very important thing to recognize, because we had one in a rental car. Just because you have a GPS, don't turn off common sense.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And that's the temptation.
It's a computer just like every other piece of electronic here. It's just meant to be a help. It's not meant to replace our brains.
Yeah. So if you're looking at, you guys have traditionally been positioned, I think, in the higher end of the market, higher performance end.
That is correct.
Yeah.
We're one of the oldest companies in the GPS navigation, and so with those decades of experience comes a lot of development, a lot of know-how of how to do things. Yeah, you can go out there right now, and anybody can say, all right, I'm going to get an ODM, I'm going to get an ID here, I'm going to throw it together, and I'm going to put it on the market.
Yeah.
And back in 2007, in the heyday of GPS, we saw a lot of that. You come to CES, and there's a lot of people you've never seen before, and they've all got a GPS navigator. But
give me an example of why that might not be a good idea.
Well, that's not a good idea, because just because you can put a GPS chip on a PC board doesn't mean that you can produce the algorithms that makes it easy to enter in addresses or analyze that information. And really that comes with just doing it year after year after year and making it better year after year after year.
Right. So the incremental improvements and having that really as your main focus from a product development standpoint.
Absolutely. And the proof is in the pudding. As I say, you look at how many companies are still in the market. Not that many.
Or have broadened into their screen door and small engine repair business that they that they also do as a product line. So you bought a product along here that we'll take a look at here shortly. As Rick is getting ready to pull things around, we'll pull up the other camera, and take a close look at what's called the RoadMate.
That's right. This is the RoadMate 9055, and what is obvious about this is its size. And so
you can see on the right-hand monitor there.
There we go.
There you go.
You're getting used to this. So this is, you see, I'll have my hand here. Oh, let's grab a pen for just for so you can see.
Can I hold can I hold things to the side here?
Let's get this guy going. So what we've done is we've made a large screen device, and it's you know what, we are going to work on battery. And what this does is it makes it very easy to see the screen. One thing about standalone PNDs is PND, personal navigation device.
Right.
Acronyms. Is we need to have a reason for it. And what we're doing as a focus for 2011 is going for the safety and security aspect on these PNDs. And one of the points about being safe is being able to see the screen quickly.
Yes.
We'll get into the smartphone phenomena soon, but that with the smaller screens, it takes a little bit longer than you're comfortable with to get the information off the screen.
Right, right.
So if your eyesight is not crystal clear, like, well, mine isn't necessarily anymore, this makes it very easy just to, out of the corner of your eye, grab the information and get back to looking at the road.
Yeah.
And in addition, we're coming out with a backup camera that will plug into this device. So you put it, it's becoming more of a daily relevance thing instead of just a device you use when you don't know where you're going. Mm-hmm. So you're start in the morning, and you put it in reverse. You can drive out of your driveway safely without running over anybody. Once you're on the freeway with the lifetime traffic that these devices now have, now you're able to go on that commute to the place you know where to go every day, but now you know, okay, there's a traffic jam, so I'm going to go around
Right,
it.
so it's intelligently coupled and bringing in other information to the side.
Absolutely.
Because one of the things that we do is we try and adjust the screen resolution so it kind of reflects more or less what you're seeing outside the what you're seeing outside the vehicle, and so that you have the scales that are similar, and that helps to and so it's asking, are we indoors? Yes, we are.
Yeah,
we are indoors.
It keeps looking for that GPS signal.
Right, and we've got all this steel above us here that's not helping.
Right.
What other sorts of features does this particular device have? You've got the size, you've got the ability to pull in external information and make it more relevant. What else is going on here?
Well, here's an interesting thing that is exclusive to Magellan is we have an exclusive relationship with AAA. And many people are members of AAA, and what you'll see is what happens when you break down on the side of the road.
Yeah.
All right, there's a problem. You break down on the side of the road, you call somebody, and they ask, "Where are you?" And you look around, and you say, "Well, there's some cows up on the hillside near a tree." That's not much of
not the information that you need.
Now this particular screen, this will tell you how far you're away from the last exit and how far you are away from the next exit. So any tow truck driver can find you.
Right, right.
And if you are a AAA member, you're able to put in your AAA membership number, as well as they've got the phone number for AAA there. And if you got this hooked up to your phone via Bluetooth, you just press that. It connects you to AAA, and you've got all the information right here. No more looking through your wallet or.
All right. So the Bluetooth connection is how you were pulling in the information for real-time traffic conditions and so forth.
Real-time traffic is actually on an FM band.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
You have certain providers that pull.
So this is a subcarrier on regular FM broadcast.
They've got their own FM.
Oh, they have their own FM band.
Yeah, and so we've got an antenna inside our vehicle power adapter. It's one package, and so that's bringing in the FM data. The Bluetooth is for your phone, so for hands-free talking, you can make this into a speakerphone. That's another safety thing along the safety line.
Yeah. So what other features do you have? You step through a number of menus to get to the AAA portion here.
Yes. Another thing that goes along with our relationship with AAA is most of these units, you have a list of points of interest when you want to go somewhere. So say I want to go to an Italian restaurant, and I pull up points of interest, and it gives me a whole list of Italian restaurants. Now I don't really know anything about that Italian restaurant. If I've got the Magellan unit, I've got the entire AAA tour book for United States and Canada loaded into this thing. So let's see, I want to go to that Italian restaurant, and this is telling me, hey, don't power down on me. This is in addition to.
Well, we've got a sushi bar restaurant.
That's
here.
right.
We decided we picked sushi instead of Italian. Huh?
Yeah, well, I actually picked restaurants instead of Italian, but
so you've got the 2-diamond rating, 3-diamond rating,
that's right.
and
so
forth.
Beyond that, it has all of the tour book information on here. And so whether I want to go to a hole-in-all restaurant or a nice sit-down 4-diamond restaurant, depends if I've got a van full of little leaguers or I got my fiancée sitting in the car next to me.
Yeah, exactly.
So this gives you information about it, not just where to go, but why you should go there.
And then, of course, with Bluetooth coupled in, I'm assuming you can go ahead and dial direct from this.
Oh, absolutely.
And through the speakerphone, then make that booking.
Absolutely.
Make that reservation.
Just for fun, I arranged an entire weekend drive up the coast of California using AAA Tourbook. I made the reservations using the Bluetooth connection, and of course, I had my entire itinerary sitting in this device.
Exactly.
And I took it on the road.
Yep. So, how often and how do you update the GIS, the Geographic Information System, the underlying database?
Well, the map database is updated 4 times a year, and so you just go to the website. Actually, we have something called the Content Manager that you put into your the tray of your computer, and so it's constantly talking to our website. And as soon as there's an update, it notifies you you've got a map update available. What do you want to do?
Yeah. So is there a fee for that service? Or?
There is a fee for the map update itself, unless you get some of the models that have lifetime maps. And if you have, in our case, it's a -LM at the end of the model number, then that means that all those map upgrades are for free.
What's the price point on the Roadmate?
This one is at $299.
At $299.
That's the top of our line, and it goes down to right now the bottom one is at $114.99.
Right. Very inexpensive on.
Yes. We have a wide range and many different screen sizes and many different feature sets, depending on what your needs are.
Well, we were talking earlier about this particular holiday season. I was amazed. I went into to one of the local big box stores, and I see GPS, a whole pallet load of GPSs, and they were like $89. And this is the same unit that I think were at $170 a year ago.
Absolutely.
And so, I've heard publicity of smartphones, and I'm thinking, well, maybe the dedicated GPS guys are on their last legs here. What's going on?
Sale.
But particularly because there was a shrink wrap pallet of them there, like they were being remaindered.
Okay. No, the individual GPS navigator market is very healthy. We're not going out of business. What you are seeing is the normal price compression that happens when a market goes into just a consumer goods and a commodity market.
So you've really you've moved from the early adopter portion of the scale into that. You've gotten past the early majority. Now you're into the top of that curve.
You know what? We love the tech enthusiasts and the early adopters. They're the ones who started the GPS category, and when they were $1,300, they're the ones who got out and said, you know what, this is cool.
Yeah.
But as cell phones came on, the electronics started to get cheaper, so we started putting those electronics in, and things got smaller and smaller and cheaper. And the cheaper they got, the more people got into it.
Right.
And then the cheaper they got, and so now we've.
So you're building a business, and you've picked a market segment that appreciates the features and the quality. And the reliability associated with that. Appreciates the relationships that you have with organizations such as AAA. and and you've got a good value package.
Absolutely.
That's built for them as well.
And now that it's down at the price level that you have noticed, it's really a mass market.
Right.
Anybody can now afford
Well,
one.
anyone can afford it, but people who are looking for a little bit more out of the product or appreciate that level of quality, it's just like automobiles. You've got a tremendous range of prices and capabilities.
That's correct.
Yeah.
That's
So,
correct.
Bill, where do people go for more information on Magellan?
On this particular, go to MagellanGPS.com.
Okay, Magellan, ELLAN.
That's right. That's right.
MagellanGPS.com. Thanks very much for joining us here today. Hope you have a good show here. It's almost halfway over.
That's right. I appreciate you having me.
Okay, thanks.
Have a good day.
Thanks.